Hey, it's Robbie here. This video is more on a serious kind of note, but people's comments, a lot of them are like, "You're so gay," or "Are you gay?" and stuff like that, and so I decided to make a video about it because, yes, I am gay. Deal with it. I did, so can you. So, you can stop commenting now about whether or not I'm gay, because I am. Telling you right now, thanks. Now for the serious side, this will be called like my coming out video, or I don't know what you want to call it, but whatever it is. Yes, I'm gay. I'm 19. I've known I was gay for all my life. I remember when I was little having crushes on He-Man, the cartoon character. Oh, and Brock from Pokemon, thought he was hot. They say that gay is something you're not born with. I remember having crushes on cartoon characters when I was little. Yeah. Idiots. Anyways, let's talk about, okay, I'm officially out to everyone I know. I'm making a video on YouTube. I have to be out about it. I was coming to I knew, like, by the time I was old enough to know I was gay, I guess I was like 13, and I was raised in a Southern Baptist Christian conservative home, which is not very gay friendly. And singing, I sang, danced, and act all my life, and so, like, whenever my mom would pick me up from practice or something, and there'd be, like, a gay guy there, which, it's musical theater. There are gay men everywhere. She'd pick me up, and she'd be like, "Oh, they're ruining their lives," blah, 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 and I'm just, like, sitting there, like, thanks, Mom. Thanks. Great. And so, like age 13, when I really knew what homosexuality was, I was like, I hated myself. Like, I was angry with myself. I was like, this isn't allowed. You can't be this because of how I was raised. And so I, like, for years, probably because it was about 3 years, because 16 was when I really started to accept who I was. I tried to fight it. And I will tell you that those are the 3 most depressed years of my life. And actually, near the end of it, I used to be really fat when I was little. I was this, like, short, fat kid. And near the end of it, I hated myself so much that I starved myself for a month and ran 5 miles a day and lost a lot of weight. I weighed 170 pounds, and now I'm 140. I was a 38 waist husky, and now I'm 29 slim. So yeah, it wasn't a very good time in my life. But I came to grips because of one of my friends, who, a lot of my friends at the time were also very strong Christians, so they were helping me with this. They're like, "Robbie, you can beat this." And then one of them, had this epiphany, like, "Robbie, you can't change who you are." And she really helped me a lot, and I accepted who I was, and I was out with my friends. I was out with most of my school. I wasn't out with my parents because they're considered Southern Baptist, and all I've heard all my entire life is how horrible being gay is. And so I was just, my plan was to keep it a secret, get through college, so they can sign loans, and then tell them later. Well, somebody had a different idea about things, because my summer going into my senior year, I was working at Coney Island doing their shows, and my sister calls me one day, and she's like, "Robbie, just want to let you know, Mom and Dad got a letter telling them that you're gay. Watch out, they're going to try and confront you." Yes, a letter. My parents got a letter from, and it's signed, it was signed, anonymous Christian friend, telling them that I was gay. Or I guess you could say accusing that I was gay. Anyways, so for an entire week I didn't go home. I would go home either, like, really, really late, and I'd have to get up early so I wouldn't have to see them, or I just wouldn't go home at all. And it came to be Monday, which was our off day, and my dad calls, and he was like, "Hey, what are you doing today?" And I was like, "Oh, no, nothing, I just woke up." And he's like, "Alright, I'm gonna come home for lunch." And I had just woken up, so my brain wasn't really working. And then it dawned on me, shit, my dad's coming home, he's gonna confront me. This is not good at all. So, I prepared myself, I guess, if you want to say that, and he came home and, like, ate lunch. And I was sitting on the couch watching TV, and he came sat next to me. He's like, "Robbie, I have a question to ask you." And I was like, "Okay," like, knowing, like, awesome, here it comes, great. And he was like, "Are you gay?" And I looked at him, and I was like, "You've raised me as an honest person, and because I'm a good person, I'm not going to lie to you. Yes, I am gay." And just like, he was like, why didn't you feel that you could come to us earlier? And I was like, Dad, you and Mom have bashed the gay community since, like, my entire life. I would feel comfortable coming to you about that? No. So, like, me and him had this, like, deep, in-depth discussion, whatever. My mom didn't talk to me for, like, a week. Probably, maybe longer. And her best friend, who I call Aunt, she's, like, our Aunt Judy, but she's not really my aunt. Just Mom's best friend. She called me, and she was like, Robbie, your mom's taking this the wrong way. Like, you've always been my favorite. If you ever need somewhere to stay, feel free to come here. We love you. Blah, 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 blah. So, finally, one day, I wake up to my mom sitting on the edge of my bed. And she's like, you know, like, her eyes all red because she's been crying. And she's like, Robbie, I'm glad we found out now because I have a year to fix you. Hold up. A year to fix me? I'm not broken. Anyway, so I look at her and I go, so this is how it's gonna be. She tried to send me away to one of those, like, camps where they fix gay people because we're broken. Because, you know, being gay, it's a disease. I'm broken. Yeah. So anyways, I ended up having to take a year off from college because my parents had promised they were going to sign loans. And then when it came around time to set up loans for the school I was going to go to, they said, no, sorry. And word for word, verbatim, my mom said, you're going to get AIDS, die, and stick us with the bill. Because apparently only gay people can get AIDS. And because clearly I have sex with everyone I meet. Fact, I'm a virgin. And I plan on staying that way until I find someone who's very special. Because I respect myself more than to just give it away to anyone. So thanks, Mom, for telling me that. So now I'm in college, full ride. Actually, I get paid to go to college. And I moved out because I could not stay at home any longer. Because the atmosphere was just so tense, it was ridiculous. Like, my parents are they're ridiculous. They're ignorant. And I'm just going to say stupid. I know how mean it is, because my dad's computer programmer is actually pretty smart, but I mean, I think ignorance is stupidity. And, yeah, that's my coming out story. So, I just want to say this is, like, to encourage other fellow gay men, or, like, younger gay guys who are watching this, like, you'll be put through shit. You can think that it's the worst time of your life, and, like, your story might be worse than mine, but, you know, I'm happy now. I'm happy with my life. And I forgive my parents not because I'm okay with what they did and how they treated me and how they treat me, but because I'm okay with myself. And I accept myself for who I am, and that's all that really matters, is that you accept yourself. So this video, I guess, just is to help people, you know? You go through shitty times. You know? Happens to everyone. And yeah. So, that's my more serious video of me. About me being gay. Which I am. Gay. Yay. P.S. Lady Gaga accepting her as Moon Man for VMA, saying that hers was for God and the gays. Lady Gaga, you're great. Love it. So yeah. I think that's about it. I mean, if you have any questions, if you ever need to talk, shoot me a message. I'm a real person. I will actually read it and respond. So yeah. That's my gay video, if you want to call it that. Okay, bye.